Hello, this is tmnt and welcome back to another preview video, and this one we're going to be looking at the tmnt, the RDW ongoing series, issue 136, so this issue comes out tomorrow, and it's going to be really interesting just because of the things that go down in this issue, not to mention the placement of this issue, and like the timeline stuff and all that. So this issue is going to be really interesting, and okay, so looking at these preview images, so it's really interesting. So for the first ones, we got the actual images. Not to mention, we got some like cover or alternate covers for the actual main cover, which is, somewhat actually interesting in terms of what could have been. And then also the description for it. There's like so many interesting things about this one. Okay, so actually taking a proper look at this actual issue. So we start off with the where we left off with Donatello and the Utrum assassins, and actually fighting Donnie. And then this is where it gets a bit interesting, as one of the Utrons, which is actually going after Donnie, is actually trying to go inside of him to basically make him his new parasite body. And I thought like that's really interesting. I do think that could be like a really interesting concept to see in Turtles. I don't know how people would feel about it. They'll probably get a lot of hate from it, but I feel as though that could be a really interesting concept, but nonetheless, we still don't have that. But then we do have Jennico who comes in, and this is where I say that things get a bit messy in terms of stuff that happen in this thing and gets interesting. Just because in this one, we get to see that Jennico is not in the mutant animals headquarters anymore, and is at the lair. And it's interesting. But going into this, we see her attacking one of the Utroms and stabbing it in the face, and it's really dark, and I was not expecting something like that to happen, and it's really interesting, I'd say. It's like dark, but a little bit too dark. I don't know how I feel about it. It's like, it's good, but at the same time, But yeah, anyway, going into the next bit, we've got to see Vagina Cersei stamping on the thing and basically definitely killing it. And again, I don't really know how I feel about it because it's like very dark, like way too much darker than what we normally get seen in Turtles, which I'm not complaining, but at the same time, it's a lot darker. And yeah, so then going into the next panel, we just get to see and just talking and seeing if everyone's okay and all that. So yeah, there's not really too much to really say in this page here really, but that's when Donatello asks Jennico, she's locked up the lair, and Jennico says no. So this is all leads on to the Utrum assassins breaking in. But I had to wonder, like, why didn't Jennico actually seal off the place? I guess maybe because she hasn't been there too often, she doesn't know about the security stuff. But at the same time, I feel as though she would know the big threat about all this, that she would know about it. So yeah, I can understand why she wouldn't, but at the same time, why didn't she? And yeah, so then going into the next one, we get to see the Utrum assassins actually break in. And now this is where it gets a bit weird, because if you see down on this panel right here, we get to see Jennico and Donnie, but the thing is that they switched over the masks, and it looks really weird just seeing Donatello run off in a skirt with claws, and then Jennico. It's weird, but like, how did this get past? Actually get passed and made, and no one corrected it. It's interesting, but still, how did that mistake get made? And yeah, we're just gonna see Jennico and Donnie just fighting the Utrum's assassins. And just told everyone to leave the building, they get far away. And yeah, so then going into the next bit, we're just gonna see them fight them a lot more. Some really unique images, shall we say, with them actually fighting them. You're gonna see them just put up some barriers, and Vagina Cersei just say that she just wanted to go and actually claim her victory for the basically being a Triceratops and stuff. And yeah, there's not really too much to really say here, but they're still fighting them off and all that. And yeah, I wish I could say much more than that, but that's what we've got. Now, in terms of the alternate covers stuff and all that, we'll be getting into the description covers in a minute. But the thing is, the artist for this issue did give a little video and some images out saying just going over the process of making the cover. But in doing so, he did reveal an alternate cover for cover A, which we'll be looking at the cover A in a minute. But if you see, but the main image is basically Casey and Jennico just fighting. But on the sides, we do have the turtle hands from the imposters. So you know, it's weird because on the actual main cover we get to see them fighting the Ultron Assassins. So it's like a little really fun little thing there, but it would have been interesting. I don't know how, because I feel so this would have been a lot cooler, but feels a bit more spoilery. But at the same time, would have been a lot more cooler. So, you know, either way, it's still there. And yeah, so going into the description now, the description for this one is the Armageddon game tie-in, as Donnie, Angel and Carmen fight desperately to save the resented Cersei from the Ultron Assassins at Vitel's home lair. Jennifer wages her own battle against the imposter tmnt in the streets of the mutant town. Meanwhile, the EPF, under the direction of Colonel Knight and his Darkwater mercenaries, are mounting an invasion to put down the mutant threat to humanity once and for all, and outside the mutant town walls, Venus, Bludgeon and Koya are beginning to question their loyalties to Karai and the Foot clan. Can the good guys come out together and prevail against the deadly threats that surround them on all sides, or will the Rat King and his Terror Trio win the final trophy in the Armageddon game? Okay, so going off this quickly because I don't really break this down, but now that we actually have everything that we need to know about this stuff, so with the Angel stuff, I don't know if Angel will actually be in this issue or not. Who knows really? It's hard to say she will or not. I'd like to say yes she will, but at the same time, if she isn't, then oh well. You know, like them. I mean, like, you know, they lied to us before and stuff, so why should this be any different? The EPS stuff, I feel as though it could be heating up and could be becoming a really big, interesting thing. And the last thing which I would like to mention is the fact that Venus, Bludgeon and Koya are beginning to question their loyalties. It's something which I did bring up in the tmnt The Alliance issue number 1, and that's sort of the reason why I was thinking that issue was put out, like they released it out of order. And yeah, so I guess we'll find out about that. Okay, so going into the actual covers now, we got the cover A, which is done by Pharaoh Penchi. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I said the name right. Big way we got Jenica and Casey fighting some mutants, which I believe are the mutant assassins. Yeah, it looks amazing. It looks like it has like a realistic type feel to it. Yeah, I must admit the colours on this one just look really nice. You know, the artwork as well looks okay, but the colours on it makes it like really looks like realistic. I must admit I do really enjoy that about it. And yeah, I wish I could say much more than that. It just looks really realistic, and I must admit I do like it a lot. We got the cover B, which is done by Kevin Eastman, and you know, it's okay, I guess. It's just Donatello with the gauntlet and all the crystals. Someone did put up a picture saying that it does remind them of the Infinity Gauntlet panel with Thanos holding the gauntlet up. And yeah, I must admit, after seeing that panel and looking at this image, yeah, you can't deny it does look like that a lot. You know, it's still pretty cool, but yeah, I don't know, it's interesting, and we'll like to see where this whole thing could go with the crystal stuff in the comics, but I'm not too sure where it could go. And then for the final one, which is the 110 variant, which is done by Freddie Williams II, which you definitely have seen his artwork before from the tmnt and Batman crossover, and then like he also did the majority of the covers for the tmnt universe stuff. So you know, his artwork here looks amazing again. The scene, I must admit, Angel looks amazing there. Donnie is into Cersei, interesting, and then you know, I must admit this whole issue just seems as though it's going to have some really interesting things in this one, and I must admit I'm really looking forward to it, just because everything that they could potentially be setting up and things that could be going down. I feel as though this could be a really good issue, but at the same time, with how things are being handled so far in the tmnt comics, I don't really have too much hope for them. But either way, what they have revealed and told us about for this issue, it has excited me quite a bit. So I guess we'll see and all that. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today, guys. If you do something, please share, like, subscribe and stuff. Goodbye, yo, bye.